America's decline as a superpower isn't about foreign rivals, it's about choices we're making ourselves. Internal decay drives this decline far more than any external competition. Let's explore this through a satirical thought experiment. What would a plan to destroy America actually look like? First, withdraw from international alliances, reduce NATO commitments, break up trade agreements, isolate diplomatically, and align with other rogue powers. Next, reverse innovation by shifting back to fossil fuels while the world moves toward renewable energy. Gut research funding, discourage higher education, and watch academic talent flee. Together, these moves weaken America's capacity to innovate. Redirect the military homeward for domestic deployments, normalize violence against dissenters, and abandon allies abroad. Pursue rigid economic nationalism through protectionist tariffs that disrupt supply chains and alienate trading partners. Exacerbate domestic divisions to manufacture the crisis that justifies autocratic rule. Undermine democracy by attacking the judiciary, delegitimizing elections, eroding press freedom, and promoting white Christian nationalism. Neglect infrastructure. Let transportation, energy grids, water systems, and cybersecurity deteriorate. Shift federal responsibilities to states, burdening them fiscally so they can't pick up the slack. Distort truth to discredit science, impede crisis response, and attack any source of societal resilience. Now let's look at how environmental abandonment serves both ideological and political goals. Declare climate change a hoax, dismantle federal efforts, and roll back protections. Together, these create deep environmental vulnerability. Grant massive tax breaks to the wealthy and corporations as part of consolidating oligarchic rule. Balloon deficits through unsustainable policies, which then reduces future flexibility to respond to crises. Destroy soft power by cutting diplomacy, foreign aid, cultural programs, and restricting visas, systematically dismantling America's ideological influence. Centralize power by superseding the Constitution, controlling lawmaking, dominating the judiciary, and rigging elections. Promote corruption through personal wealth-seeking, directed public spending, and partisan appointments that breed public distrust. Redirect intelligence agencies inward to target political opponents rather than external threats. Implement regressive policies that deepen social divides and reduce workforce productivity, creating widespread economic insecurity. Exploit economic fears to justify further autocratic power grabs. Starve public education while favoring religious education that supports the regime. Expand authoritarian measures by curtailing assembly, restricting speech, suppressing the press, and limiting voting rights. Deploy the military routinely at home, weaponize the bureaucracy, and publicly name enemies, all to intimidate resistance. Keep fossil fuel prices artificially low, which paradoxically discourages the domestic production you claim to support. Politicize agencies until reduced public trust and shifted risk make the federal government feel like the enemy. So here's the reveal. Does this satirical blueprint sound familiar? Did I outperform Trump 2.0 or just list its major accomplishments? The hypothetical destruction plan turns out to be equivalent to actual Trump administration policies. If China or Russia wanted to design a perfect Manchurian candidate, they couldn't do better than this. But here's the paradox at the heart of the MAGA movement. Rhetoric about preserving the nation actually produces policies that amount to national suicide. White Christian nationalism branches into racial purity, religious rule, and privilege preservation as its core goals. The movement prefers chaos over accepting any loss of privilege and centrality. Trump diagnoses an enemy within, and the left mirrors that accusation right back. I know what you are, but what am I? The Democratic Party seems more like a bystander than the opposition we need. This isn't about wanting one party to always win, it's about restoring functional democracy. What we need back is a working two-party democratic republic.